What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're taking a look at the new Saints Row here running on GeForce Now's RTX 3080 tier at 1440 120 FPS. The game's not running 120 FPS, and I'm not going to bother dialing that in this video, but I do want to look at the performance with everything on Ultra, so let's start with our settings. Now in display, we're 1440, 120 Hz, no VSync, full screen. We're Ultra on our preset and Ultra on ray tracing. It says custom because motion blur and all of that is ticked off, but we're running as maxed out as I can go here as far as the presets go, and there's no DLSS or FSR in this game, unfortunately. Otherwise, you would be able to run everything maxed out at 120 FPS locked if you wanted to, but without DLSS or FSR, you're going to need to go through and start messing with your settings if you want to lock this down to 120, which you definitely would be able to do if you wanted to. Now, with that aside, we're just going to leave everything on Ultra and look at the performance here, and of course, GeForce Now is doing a great job using up my bandwidth here. I have a decent amount available, and it's ticking up closer to that 70 megabits per second mark, so no problems there, and the game will bounce between 70 and 100 FPS. Now you may decide you want to go ahead and lock the game down to 60, which would be fine as well. Tweak your settings to lock it to 120, or just max everything out and let it run variable as I have here. Either way, it feels great while playing. Now, there is an issue when we get into the game with frame capping. You see 65 FPS there. I have to go in here, go all the way into my advanced display options, change from uncapped and back again, and then it will unlock. This literally happens after every single cutscene. Here's another cutscene with unlocked frame rate. As soon as it's over, we're going to go back to 65. This literally does happen to me on my PC and on GeForce Now, so it's not a GFN thing. After every single little cutscene, you come back to the gameplay and you're capped at 65 again. Man, I hope they get a patch out for this soon, because it's making the game almost unplayable for me, just because I don't feel like going into the settings after every single cutscene and changing that. So just be aware that if you're not watching your frame rate, that's probably happening to you. So if you don't want to deal with that right now, you may just want to go ahead and cap things to 60 anyways and not worry about it until a patch later on. But I've not found the solution for that on my local PC or on GeForce Now. And here in the open world, you get pretty much similar FPS as you were seeing in the beginning of the game earlier, and everything runs really well. Input latency, of course, for GFN's RTX 3080 feels great no matter what the frame rate's doing, no matter what I'm playing here. I don't have any issues. I played with both controller and keyboard and mouse, and it felt great here for Saints Row. Now, this game's got a lot of interesting reviews out there. I am not here to talk about whether this is a good game or a bad game. It definitely has a ton of issues and does feel dated to me, but there's a side of it that's fun. It's kind of like watching something like Sharknado, realizing how horrible of a movie you're watching, but you watch it anyway and you're entertained anyway. That's kind of how Saints Row feels. It's been almost so bad that I actually found myself having fun with it. So I don't know, pick this game up at your own risk. It does run great on GeForce Now. It runs great on all the other hardware I've tested it on as far as performance goes, but that frame rate cap issue is really bad. That's just killing it for me on PC as far as playing the game. And there's also pop-in issues and other stuff with graphics. You know, at least it does perform well, but it doesn't necessarily look great while playing. Now, let's move over here and we're going to knock this guy out on the car, and this is just a small example of many bugs I've been running into, but anyways, he's gone. We're going to get out the invisible man now and take his car. I know it's a small thing, but these little things happen all the time. I've put like 5 hours into this game on multiple platforms, and no one is safe. These things just are happening all the time. And I don't know about game-breaking bugs or whatever, where quests you can't finish. I haven't run into that yet, but I have seen some videos where people have gotten even farther along, and they're talking about being stuck where they can't finish quests, or things aren't working the way they're supposed to, or you can't interact with certain objects. So just be aware that the game needs a lot of work to fix a lot of its issues, and none of that has to do with the platforms, but rather the game. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.